Hi, I'm Craig Grant and this is Cobweb Maths. Today we're going to be dealing with cubics, and we're going to be dealing with cubics that have negatives. And later on I'm going to do another video on working out quadratics using a number-based approach, and probably go on to cubics as well. And I used this with a blind student because the system I'm using at the moment is a visual one, and blind people are sight impaired. Alright, let's begin with the cubic possibilities. This is for the answers. Now we need to go back to the main equation, which is got three brackets: x plus a, x plus b, x plus c, which is equal to x cubed plus a plus b plus c x squared, and then ab plus ac plus cdx plus abc on the end. That's the combinations of 1, that's the combinations of 2, that's the combinations of 3. Now today a, b and c can be negative. That's what that line says. There are four possibilities. We can have no negatives with a positive n number e. When there's no negatives, that is going to be positive. When we have one negative, the n number will be negative. When we have two negatives, the negatives will cancel out and the n number will be positive. And when we have three negatives, the n number will be negative. Now, f is the front number here, m is the middle number there, and e is the end number. Right. Now let's look at the key patterns. Just line that up. I've done an example here. We've expanded x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3. If we add 1, 2 and 3 we'll get 6. If we multiply 1, 2 and 3 we'll get 6. And 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. Those are the combinations of 2. When we add the combinations of 2 we'll get a total of 11. This particular question has got one negative in it. There are the answers there. You'll notice there that minus 1 plus 3 plus 4 will actually be 6, and minus 1 times 3 times 4 will be minus 6. So one minus there and a minus here. Here we've got two minuses. They cancel out, so we get 24. Minus 2 times minus 3 is 6, times 4 is 24. When we add them up, that'll be minus 5 plus 4, which will give us minus 1x. Down here we've got three negatives. Minus 1 times minus 3 times minus 4. There's a mistake. That should be a minus. I'm just grabbing something and we'll make the change there. There it is. Alright, now the key things you've got to look at is this. When something's positive, you look at the other things. If they're positive, then you've got three positives. See over here? We look at that positive, there's other negatives, so you've got going to have two negatives. Alright? Now, when you've got a negative on the end, here it is here, the key thing is that the middle number is positive and the front number is negative. Because what happens here to get that negative, the combinations of 2 will always be positive. Negative 1 times 3 is 3. Negative 1 times negative 3 is 3. Negative 1 times negative 4 will be 4. And negative 3 times negative 4 will be positive 12. So those are the key things. Now we've got to go to the first step in the process of factorising a cubic. You've got to identify the questions type, and I've done a flow diagram. There are three questions you ask. Is the n number positive? So you come down here and say, is the n number positive? And you go yes. If it's yes, then you look and ask question 2, are the front and middle numbers positive? If that's a yes, it's both positive. And the other possibility then is that you've got 3 positives there. Over here, the other possibility is 2 negatives. If you go the other way, if the n number is negative, you go this way and you answer this question, is the middle number positive and the front number negative? And if that answer is yes, then you know you've got 3 negatives, and if that's not the case, then you've only got 1 negative. And that makes it quite easy to do the factorising of cubics. Now we'll do some examples. But first of all, I have to do step 2. You find all the possible factors of the n number. The actual sum of A, B and C is the front number. We use step 1 to find out how many negative signs you have. And this is what we're going to do. We're finding 3 numbers, so they add together to give you the front number, and 3 numbers that multiply there to give you the n number. Here's an example. X cubed plus 7x squared plus 16x plus 12. Now the n is positive and all the rest are positive, so it's 3 positives. We don't have to worry about any negatives. So we write out the factors. Now the factors, there are 3 factors because it's a cubic. 1 times 1 times 12, 1, 2 and 6, 1, 3 and 4, 2, 2 and 3. And those numbers here, we're looking for the 3 numbers that add up to give us 7. And there they are down there. 2 and 2 is 4 and 3 is 7. So the answer is x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 3. Simple example. Now we will go on and do one which is a little more complicated. Wrong board. Here's the right one. Let's see, we've got it up the right way. Yes, we've got it up the right way. Here's the next example. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 21x plus 18. Now, plus there. So we look and see if these are all positive. They're not. So that means there are 2 negatives. Then just look at the factors of 18. We don't worry about the negatives, right? 1, 1, 18. 1, 2, 9. 1, 3, 6. 2, 3, 3. Now, we've got to make 2 of those negative and add them up and get an answer of 2. There it is. 6, take away 1, take away 3 is 2. So the answer is x plus 6, x minus 1, x minus 3. And we can do a check to see that we're right on that number there. So we go 6 times negative 3 is negative 18, 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, and negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. And then we add them up. 3, take away 6, take away 18 is minus 21. Here it is, minus 21, and it's all checked and it all works. Right, we'll flip this over and we'll do this one. This is the next example. X cubed plus 3x squared minus 18x minus 40. The end is minus. Now, so we're going to see if it's 3 negatives. Well, to be 3 negatives, that would have to be a positive and that would have to be a negative. So it can't be 3 negatives, it can only be 1. The factors of 40 are 1, 1 and 40, 1, 2 and 20, 1, 4 and 10, 1, 5 and 8, 2, 2 and 10, and 2, 4 and 5. Right? Now, 1 negative, and we've got to get a total of 3. See, what we do is, here it is here. 2 plus 5 is 7, take away 4 is 3, and we've got it. Now we'll do the check. Write down the answer first, x plus 2, x plus 5, and x minus 4. Do the check. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times minus 4 is minus 8. 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. Add it together, you'll get, well, we've got 10 take away 8, take away 20, which is, another mistake, Lucky I've got the pen with me now. That's minus 18. Let me just do a check up here. Minus 18. So we're all good. Here's the final example. X cubed minus 10x squared plus 31x minus 30. It's negative on the end, so there's either one negative or three negatives, and we look in the middle. It's positive for the middle term and negative for the front term, so there's three negatives. So the factors 30 are 1, 1 and 30, 1, 2 and 15, 1, 3 and 6, 2, 3 and 5. And it's quite simple. We make all those ones negative. If we do that, we get minus 10. So the answers are x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 5. Now we'll do the check on the 31. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. Negative 3 times negative 15 is positive 15. So if we add 6, 10 and 15 we get 31, and it's a match. So it's right. Now, final thing. Now, if you want to learn something and retain it, you have to do something. So this is what I've done for you. I've made up this test. Now, what you do is you copy, get a sheet of paper, copy those questions there, turn the sheet of paper over, put the answers on the back. All right.